Hey guys, it's Kelsey. I'm back with another scrapbooking process video, and this is layout 3 with my How to Kill a Kit with Style for this month. So I decided to start out by fussy cutting one of these floral strips that's on one of the 12 by 12s. This is the back side of the quilted paper I've already used, so I'm really happy I got to kind of use both sides of that piece. I want the background to be one of the more monochromatic layouts just so this florally piece can really pop. And my mom is wearing this really beautiful blush floral dress, which I just love and I thought went really well with the pink paper in this collection. So this is a photo of my mom and my brother. I picked them to do the readings for me in my wedding ceremony. So I just wanted to document that. I have a couple additional fussy cut items because there's a couple elements on this floral strip that again are craft related and not wedding related, like a paintbrush and a tub of paint and something else I don't remember, but I just want to cover up the off-theme things, so I added some fussy cut florals I popped up on some foam that I'll layer on top of this band up here. But I thought it was really nice just to have that run across the top of the page. I don't really use that kind of design in my layouts a lot, so I thought it was something kind of different. So I'm just going to get that down. I kind of needed to run it across an edge of the layout just because some of this fussy cut design ran off the edge of the page. So it was this blunt straight edge. So I'm just running it up against the side of the layout, that way it looks natural. And now I'm just getting these separate fussy cut items popped up on some foam and figuring out where I want to place them. I kind of don't know what I want to do for the rest of the page. I get stuck a little bit and then I end up adding an additional photo in. Initially I was just going to have this be about my mom and brother doing the readings, but I decided it would make more sense with how the layout was going to include a picture of Father Tim, who is our priest who did the ceremony, since he did the ceremony and read the gospel. So I decided to have 3 photos instead of 2, and then that kind of helped me continue designing this page because I was able to kind of revert back to my go-to design for when I have 3 vertical 4x6s. So that's kind of what I decided to go with, but that's why it changes a little bit here. Kind of deciding what I'm going to do with these 2. The issue with the 2 photos is I kept wanting to do something similar to what I've done on the first 2 pages, and I wanted to break out of that and do something different. So I added this 3rd photo, and right away I was like, yes, that looks so much better, and it kind of mirrors the long band going edge to edge on the top of the page. So I'm going to go ahead and glue all 3 of these photos together in a strip. I also love this because I need to be frugal this month with this paper, and this allows me to gut a large chunk of the pink paper behind all the photos. So I love that. This is a scrap of the fussy cutting paper in this collection. Excuse me. The elements on the back of that page were more craft related elements versus just florals that I've been able to fussy cut. So I know I wasn't going to use those like paintbrushes and stuff that were on the back side. So I decided to use this really subtle text print. It's really hard to see the print. I love how subtle and light it is though as a layering element, since I was already cutting into that paper anyways. And then I also decided to pull in some scraps of the vellum I used on the last layout, just so I'm not cutting into any more 12 by 12s. So I thought it would be nice doing this torn detail with that text paper and then run the vellum behind that. And I decided right away I was going to gut a chunk of this pink background, so I needed to piece it all together onto my scrap piece of black. So I'm just going to piece together my background here before I continue. But I love that because I was able to save paper, and I wasn't super optimistic in the beginning of this month that I was going to be able to get 8 layouts out of what I was starting with, but this helped me feel a little bit better about it, since I was able to save so much. And I don't think I cut into any new 12 by 12s. I used that pink background, which I was able to save pretty much half of, and all the other pieces I'm pulling in were scraps or papers I'd already cut into this month. So I was happy with that. I'm going to go ahead and glue down the photos, and then I will do the layering bits. So I'm going to have that torn text print top and bottom of the photos, and then I'll have the vellum behind that. You can see the vellum is just shy of 12 inches, so I am just telling myself that I need to make sure I have an embellishment cluster or something that can cover the gaps. So I'll figure that out in a little bit, but I knew I was going to have embellishment clusters on the top and bottom kind of in opposite corners on this layout, so I knew that would not really be an issue, but just takes a minute of fiddling to get these vellum pieces where I want them and get all of this stuff glued down. But I definitely know I want to pull in some more gold elements. I kind of want gold on every page this month just so they're all cohesive and tie in together since it's all the same ceremony. So I'm trying to think of how I can do that on this one. I definitely want to use kind of some of the tags that are in this collection and then some more of the chipboard pieces. I'm definitely trying to use the little ticket elements, so I'm trying to just make sure I use what I can on each page, especially if I feel like they're themed. I'm trying to sneak them in. So I love this tag here because it's a floral that says love. Perfect, on theme, not a problem. There's a smaller tag that has a quill on it, like a pen with a nib, and I feel like that is close enough wedding that I'm going to use it as is versus the back of it. So that'd be nice having these two mini tags layered up in the right hand corner, and that covers the gap I need for the vellum. And then I wanted to add some dimension, so I did add this chipboard piece that says handmade. I know I was trying not to use the handmade elements on this page, but you know what? Love can be handmade. It's fine. So I'm using it. I'm fine with it. It's not super crafting, as in it's like it's not a tube of paint or a cup of paintbrushes. So I'm sneaking that on there. And I feel fine with that for some reason, even though I'm really trying to avoid some other of the craft handmade elements. But I like this little cluster here. I do have a fussy cut floral. I'm mapping out my other cluster in at the bottom. I love that this gives you that diagonal flow since everything else is very horizontal on this page. Having these two clusters in opposite corners gives you some movement with that kind of diagonal look. So I love that. I'm just trying to figure out what other pieces I want. I did do the golden white twine again through both of those little tags. I'm trimming up the edges here now that I have my 12 by 12 glued together. And now I'm just reevaluating what else I need to add. I kind of don't know. The biggest thing I get stuck on is a title because I think I want white or gold, but I can't really find one that has like the letters I want to use. But then I remember I have this really nice puffy gold word, not really alphabet because they're all words, but one of the words on there is gather, and I thought that was appropriate since we're in a church and all of our friends and family kind of gathered together for this. So I end up titling this gather. You see it in a minute, but that is gold, so I know I'm trying to pull in some more gold. So I go back to some more of my goodies from Lisa. I finally get this little gold and white diagonal tag in the bottom left hand corner and this little gold chipboard heart in the upper right hand corner, and so I love that that brings in some more gold. I'm trying to think when I do the alpha or not, but I am adding the golden white twine through this other tag as well. So I like that. But I can't remember what I do next. I'm pretty sure I try to find my alpha next, if I'm not mistaken, but I can't remember. I might do journaling first. I do just want a little bit of journaling. Yeah, there's that alpha set. Oh, it's so pretty. I just go with gather, and I like this set too because there's some doodly hearts that are on it that I can use as embellishment. So even though I've got the chipboard heart from Lisa over there, I am going to have the cluster at the bottom here you already see, and kind of just a smaller cluster in the upper left hand corner. So I think it's nice because I can add one of those gold doodly hearts from my title sheet into those clusters that help tie in. So I think that's sweet too. But I just wanted really subtle journaling. I didn't want it to be super noticeable or distracting, but it's a light pink that you can read pretty easily on this text paper. And it just says Mom and Thomas read the readings for okay, sorry, hang on, can't read my own handwriting. Mom and Thomas read the readings before Father Tim took over for the gospel and ceremony. And then at the very, very bottom, I did just mention Thomas made sure to make eye contact with Marcus during key points because I forget at which section, but one part of his reading was about like treating your wife right or something like that. And he looked up and made direct eye contact with Marcus. And Marcus said he got chills. He was like, I know I can't mess anything up because your brother will come for me. So I thought that was sweet. I really don't see my brother being protective over me. Kind of, I'm the oldest sibling in our family, and growing up I was kind of always the one that would have to stick up for the younger siblings. So I think it's kind of nice that we're older. It was just unexpected. I've never seen him kind of stand up for me like that. So it was just weird that he kind of felt he had that protective mode come out. And I wanted to make sure I recorded that. But here's why I added an extra heart. I added some word stickers, and this is it. I did get that cute little minty heart on here. And here are the close-ups. So thank you guys so much for watching. This one was kind of short and sweet, but I'll see you in the next one. Bye.